This video will be about religion conflicts in the world. As expected, religions have conflict. These conflicts are placed into four categories: religion versus itself, religion versus political policies, as well as religion versus secularism. I will be talking about religion versus religion and religion versus itself. So an example of religion versus religion is the Muslim and Hindu conflict in India and the partition of India and Pakistan. Background info on the religions. Hinduism. It doesn't have a rigidly structured and prescribed set of beliefs, inclusive towards other religions, considered more of a way of life than a religion in the traditional sense. Regard life as a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, with karma as the guiding force. This is their symbol. Islam. Monotheistic religion based on the teachings of Muhammad. Worship Allah, follow his revelation in their sacred text, the Quran, and this is their symbol. So the conflict at hand in India is that the minority is Muslims that make up 138 million of the population, or 13.4%. The majority is Hindus, 827 million, or 80.5%. The partition of 1947 formed the Muslim sovereign state of Pakistan in an attempt to fix the issue in India between Hindus and Muslims. The partition, however, did not solve the Hindu-Muslim problems. Rather, it caused the situation of Muslims in India to become worse because the Hindus were outraged by the separation and blamed the Muslims for the separation of India. The partition also made it worse because it made the Muslims lose power because they were weakened by the removal of all Muslim majority areas except Kashmir. So in conclusion, I think a way that the Muslim and Hindu conflict in India can be solved is by making another partition that further separates India. And the part that will be separated will be Kashmir because it is the only major Muslim area left in India. However, this may backfire and Muslims that live in other parts of India will have it harder on them. Okay, so now to religion versus itself. Religions don't only have conflicts with other religions, but with branches within their religion. The most known religion versus itself conflict today is Shiites versus Sunnis, which are two branches in Islam. So some background info on the branches. A split occurred shortly after the death of Muhammad over the question of who was to lead Muslims. Shiites believed that Muhammad pre-selected Imam Ali, his cousin and son-in-law, basically descendants of Muhammad, most common in Iraq, Lebanon, and Bahrain, and Iran. Sunnis believed that the leader should be chosen through consolation and election. About 85 to 90% of Muslims are Sunni. Conflict between Shiites and Sunnis. One conflict between Sunnis and Shiites is ISIL. This may be controversial because some people believe it's a terrorist group killing Christians. However, the group began about 20 years ago in the mind of a Jordanian named Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. And Zarqawi directed his malevolence at fellow Muslims, especially Shiites. Even though ISIS kills anyone that stands in their way, more Muslims are being killed, especially Shiites. This is a major problem, and the only way ISIS can be stopped is by the United States working together with countries in the Middle East. The whole world will have to contribute as well. The sources will be in the description if you want to learn more.